North Shore Dreaming, the history of Coquille Parks and Recreation. First and foremost, Recreation District 14 wants to thank you, the taxpayers, for your continued support of our parks and recreation programs over the last 20 years. We especially want to thank you for the support of our 4.93 mills for operations and maintenance, which once again was approved in April of this year. Without those tax dollars, we could not continue to bring you the quality programs and maintain our facilities to what has become to be considered the gold standard for the parish. As we approach the election in November, there will be another bond for Recreation District 14, or Coquille, on the ballot. This is important, but please understand there is no projected increase in tax rate. It merely allows for the continued development of your park at the same tax rate that exists today. This is the first of 4 short informational presentations which will explain our history, our accomplishments, and our vision for the future. This one focuses on our history.
Our story starts in the early 1990s on the North Shore with a group of about 40 parents with a dream of building a better place for their kids to play. This group is the Madisonville Youth Boosters, or MYB, and through donations and fundraising, they were able to construct 2 Little League ball fields at Pine Street in the town of Madisonville. Built at a cost of only $25,000, these fields are still used and maintained by the Rec District today. MYB is still an integral part of the youth sports programs at Coquille. In 1999, St. Tammany Parish Recreation District 14 was established, and voters approved 2 millages for the new park. 5 mills were approved for operations and maintenance, and 7.65 mills were approved for acquiring land and capital improvements. The 7.65 mills financed $1.8 million in bonds and the purchase of the original 46 acres along Bootlegger Road where Coquille stands today. The bonds also financed the construction of 3 softball fields, 3 baseball fields, a football field, and a single-court gymnasium. In 2003, voters approved a 4.47 mill tax. This lowered the original millage considerably, but financed an additional $1.36 million in construction for baseball and football fields, as well as a second gymnasium. After several years of steady population growth in the district, the voters again approved 4.47 mills in 2006. This approval financed nearly $5 million in bonds, which allowed for the purchase of an additional 84 contiguous acres and for future construction. The new land provided room for the much-needed expansion of the park. The dream for better parks continued when the Recreation Board recognized the need for a strategic plan. As one of the fastest growing communities in the state and with this new property to develop, planning for the needs for the future was imperative. So in 2008, a master planning, visioning, and branding process was completed. From this process came Coquille Parks and Recreation and an award-winning long-range development plan for the future. Once the new dream for the future was completed, the remainder of the funds from the 2006 bond election were used to complete the first phases of the new master plan and to begin the development of the new property. Wetland permitting and mitigation were among the first items to be completed. Projects such as walking trails, playgrounds, a splash pad, and a fishing pond added new facilities for walk-up recreation opportunities that were entirely new to Coquille. Finally, from the 2006 bonds, additional ball field lights and support facilities completed the existing field complexes, and new sports fields were constructed. The gymnasium was doubled in size, adding offices and meeting rooms, allowing for the expansion of programs both existing and new. These new projects expanded the recreational opportunities, but also exhibited a new commitment to quality design, aesthetics, and sense of place. In 2013, the 4.47 mills were again approved by the voters, providing an additional $4.15 million for development. These dollars have been used to complete nearly half of the master plan. These projects will be featured in our next presentation, Living the Dream, where we will present the master plan, what has been completed, and what is soon to come. Now here are a few facts to remember when you vote. Currently there are 2 millages for the Rec District. 4.93 mills, which was lowered from 5 mills in 2016, is for operations and maintenance for 10 years. This was approved by the voters in April of 2017. And 4.47 mils, which was lowered from 7.65 mils in 2003, is for capital improvements. The bond that is on the November ballot is projected to retain the same millage rate of 4.47.
The proposition on the ballot is projected to be sufficient to cover the outstanding bonds as well as nearly $8 million in new bonds. Over the years, the tax rates have been lowered as proposed by the Rec District. This was accomplished because of good management and because of population growth within the district. This growing tax base has also substantially increased the total dollars available for construction for bonds, while also allowing for tax rates to be lowered. However, this growth has substantially increased the number of users of our recreation system and the usage of our existing facilities. We must grow with the population to keep up with the recreational demand. The number of people in our organized programs has increased nearly 750% since the establishment of the Rec District. Other recreational needs and demands have also increased as the Rec District has grown in population. However, the tax rate for development has been lowered by nearly 60% and has remained constant since 2003.
Since the establishment of the Recreation District in 1999, the millage for development has financed nearly $12.3 million in improvements at our park. If this proposition is approved, it will allow for nearly $8 million of additional capital improvements, which will nearly complete the master plan. The proposition on the November ballot projects no increase in tax rate. It would approve bonds with the same projected millage rate that had been approved 3 times already. It is the key to our continued growth in order to continue to provide the type of quality public recreation that is Coquille.
Thanks for listening. We hope that you will pass this along to your family and friends so that they can be informed about Recreation District 14. Just tell them to search YouTube for Keep Playing at Coquille or log on to coquillerecreation.com. Join us for the next installment, Living the Dream, where we will present the long-range plan and how it has been realized to date. The election is on November 18th. Early voting is November 3rd through the 11th. Please remember to vote, and thanks in advance for voting, so that we all can #KeepPlayingAtCoquille.